Summer is right around the corner, so I thought that I would show you my updated everyday makeup routine. It is very light, no foundation, very natural, just the way I like it. And I'm so excited to show it to you. I always start off with sunscreen. I really like this one. It is called Sun Milk. I believe it is a Korean sunscreen. I always use this as a base for myself because I feel like it leaves a really glowy finish, which I'm obsessed with. This is the next thing I'm using. It is Alicia Keys brand. I am obsessed with this brand. I just use this for a secondary glow. It's not technically a moisturizer, it's more of an illuminator, but it really does moisturize my skin. Especially on my cheekbones and under my eyes, I really want these places to glow and pick up the most light. If I was not doing any sort of base layer, foundation, or anything like that, and I was just using concealer, I would go straight in with some sort of bronzing and contour. But today, I'm actually trying out something new. Milk Makeup just came out with a Milk Grip Gel Tint, and unfortunately, they were out of my shade when I was there, but they were happy enough to give me a little sample. So I tried this for one day already, and I am obsessed. So I'm waiting for them to restock. They're completely out of my shade, and she really filled it up. I have a little bit of rosacea, and my chin seems to be a little bit more congested today than normal. So usually I would just cover it up with concealer, but that leads to basically the same thickness and cakiness as a foundation, in my opinion. I really try and keep my skin as light and breathable as possible. This, I'm obsessed with it, you guys. Apparently, my beauty blender grew some legs and ran away, so I don't have it, but normally this would be the time that I take in my beauty blender and I just lift any excess product. I'm just gonna tap everything in myself. I feel like this is such a beautiful base to start. It's light. I feel like you can see my skin through it. Next, we're going in with bronzer. I use Patrick Ta. This is in the shade She Sculpted. To be honest, the second day I had this, the powder fell out and broke, so I've only been able to use the cream contour side. I just do about that much. Victoria Beckham contour wand. I use this for my nose. It is perfection. I don't know if it's the size or the blendability. The undertones here are really good as well. Her line has a few different options. I love this product and I can't stop raving about it. I think it's so easy. I use it as eyeshadow or an eyeshadow base. I use it around my lips for a little lip liner to give a more contoured look. I feel like it just really blends out so nicely. Like I just showed you, that was the pattern that I make on my nose. And then I go in with one of my favorite Holy Grail products, the YSL Concealer Pen. This truly will be a summer essential. Once that tan hits, you don't really wear that much makeup, this is going to be your best friend. It is so sheer and thin and really looks and feels just like skin. This is my secret little recipe. It also seems like I have a little red dot sticking out there. Oh. Okay, so we've blended the nose contour. So I love that it looks very natural and the shadow kind of moves with you. So if you're head on, there's a bit of a contour, but when you turn to the side, there's not a harsh line. I really hate that. And trust me, I had my arrow with that. Not a cute one. I feel like a lot of people set their noses or whatever with loose setting powder. I do feel like the Charlotte Tilbury one works the best around my nose and a puff, and I just go like this just to lock in. I also feel like that brightness adds a little bit more contour, but it's like hidden contour because when you move you can't see it, but head on. Going in with my NARS concealer, and because I now have this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip thing, I really don't have to put that much. Pen here, right there. I'm gonna take a dual-ended brush and I'm just going to kind of sweep this into place. I really do like my concealers to go in a triangle formation. I just feel like that gives me the best brightness. Also, it helps lock in and break up the cheekbone because I just put a lot of bronzer in it. I feel like I've really nailed down my makeup routine these days, which makes me so happy because I feel like for the longest time I was using makeup to try to change my features, change my facial shape, as all of us. I feel like I found a routine that just kind of enhances my features rather than trying to change them. And I honestly feel like I've never looked better. So it's a win. With this, just one finger and I just tap on top. You don't want to move around too much because that's going to move the product and make it thinner, and then it's not going to cover. Then I'm just going to take the excess that is still on my powder puff for the Charlotte Tilbury and pat under my eyes, going from outwards to inwards. So I'm just going to do the lightest little, just like that. and I'm just gonna sweep it. Just very lightly. I just like a little bit of a bronze. My brush in there. And I'm just gonna do another light dusting layer of the cream bronzer, because then on top, I'm going to add my secret weapon. This palette. This palette will change your life. I've held off of getting this palette for as long as I can. Then I got my makeup done one time by my friend and she used this palette on me, and again, I truly, last year I went to Mexico for a vacation and this is all I brought, and then a tube of mascara, and I was good. This is literally all you need. To just say any eyelash curler, they're all the same. No. I have religiously used the Kevin Aquan eyelash curler for years now, and you cannot pay me to switch. To be honest, I did curl my lashes a little bit right before the video, so I don't know if that's gonna sway your opinion, but it keeps my lashes up all day long. Even if I don't curl my lashes do lay at a curl. They're not straight or even downwards, they do lay at a curl, but this eyelash curler, I feel like really holds them up, which I haven't seen or found with other ones, so I do like it. This one. I am a loyal makeup consumer. I love the same products. If I find products that work, I will keep repurchasing. Maybe I'm scared to try new things. Maybe I just really like the things that I find and pick up, so we never know. I'm gonna switch over mascaras. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. Lash Brag Volumizing Mascara. This one is so good at adding weight back into your lashes. Really only take this one on my tips. This bristle is beyond beautiful. And I only use it on the tips of my lashes to make them thicker again. And I feel like it works so well. See the different, like the weight and the way that they're practically the same length, but it's because there's weight on this side. You can tell that they're thicker, that they appear more full. Perfect. What is that called? Lash line, but from the under. I know this is your waterline, but the top waterline. But this is my biggest makeup secret. I used to never use white liner in my waterline. I was like, oh my God, it looks ugly. You can tell that there's a white line. There's a way to do it properly, and I'm gonna show you exactly how. I used to take the white liner and go the entire way and make it as bright as possible. No. And I only do it in the middle. And you want almost an opaque line. This that I just did is way too white. You can tell, it's very obvious. So maybe this is a really good part. It's gonna fade throughout the day, so I'm just gonna leave it as is right now. But can you see that you can't obviously tell that there's a white line, but it does brighten my eye a little bit compared to this one. It makes it look a little bit bigger. And I feel like it just opens your eyes so much. I also go back in with the Lancome mascara. Lancome. And I just do only the front few lashes, just like that. Having mascara smudges on my eyelid, it really is one of my biggest pet peeves. Today, I'm gonna use the NYX Liquid Line Lip Pencil. This, I feel like, is a perfect everyday shade for me. But wait! Before we do that, we're gonna do Victoria Beckham one more time. A little bit there, smudge it out, then a little bit at the top. Okay. I'm not a big overliner, so the top, I'm trying to overline a little bit these days, but I honestly feel like I can't do it right, so I try to stay within the lines. And then I'm really not the biggest fan of lip glosses. If I could describe my favorite lip look, I think it would be you had a really good lip look on and then you just ate something, so it's kind of smudged. It's a little bit more soft matte than glossy. That's my favorite lip look ever. We'll take a lip stain. This is just a red one from Dior. You can kind of use whichever one you want, but I don't recommend using the ones that you have to peel off, just because you can't control those lip stains. Take a little bit, let it just like this, and you tap it with my finger. Do a little kissy. And then what I do notice is that it brings out the redness in my chin, the stuff that I'm trying to cover. So oil pen, and you clean up your lip line a little bit. I don't like to do too much at the top. And voila, it just looks like the cutest. You just ate something, lips are fresh. If I feel like it's too red or if I feel like it's too pink, I can go in with a little bit of brown. I take a Q-tip and I will take the makeup off of my beauty marks because I really feel like trying to cover things like moles or beauty marks or anything like that makes it very obvious that you're wearing a lot of makeup. And also I just like to show mine. So we are going to take this shade and I just do a bit of nose highlight, and the same thing, I take my highlight all around the rim of my nose. That way that highlight is carried. As I turn my face, I also feel like it makes my nose look a little bit stronger and sharper, which I enjoy. On camera, it looks like there's a little bit too much glow happening, but in real life, it's really not that bad. It's not that much. It's never bad to have glow. Never bad. Mix these two, and I feel like the only blush I will do is like a little pat of that in the mixture, but I really just try to keep it as bronzy as possible. We're gonna go back in Charlotte Tilbury and mattify a few places that I know are just going to get oily really, really fast, like there. I don't mind oil here, but maybe a little bit higher up. Okay, you guys, we went through my entire makeup routine. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.